Yes, Senator Allen.
All right. I'm reading over the bill, and I realize I think what folks may not be aware of is that on June 5th the bill was amended, and it's in a significant way because I think it ultimately really responds to some of the core concerns that I've heard about parents' access. They added in a line that said that the court shall limit access to the court records in the proceeding, including the register of actions, to the minor, any adult who signed the petition, the minor's parents or guardians ad litem, and any attorneys representing these individuals. So, as a result of this amendment, now, any parent would still have access to the records. So I understand the concern. Okay, I'm happy to hear your comment. Sure.
No.
I'm happy to ask him. Sure.
All right.
He was a witness, right?
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
go ahead.
Sure. Okay.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I would have had no way to know what my son's name was or anything, or been able to find him. So there's definitely a possibility that it could have that happen.
All right.
And
does that answer your question, Senator Allen?
Well, I don't think it does because I think that it's still the you wouldn't be able to know. I mean, you'd be able to petition. I mean, the bill as it's written right now says that access will be guaranteed to the minor's parents. So,
but you have to establish paternity, right? As a dad, you don't just automatically get, unless the mom chooses to put you on the birth certificate, you don't get that luxury.
You would have no idea.
You would have no idea.
Oh, so you're talking about a situation so you're not
with the language, that's a possibility, right? And
you're still the parent of the kid.
That's right,
Yes.
and he's still forced to have to go into court to try to even discover where the child is.
And now I have half custody. So what if we disagree about now? Let's say tomorrow, amending.
But you have custody presumably because you've been established as the father.
Now that's correct.
That's
Right.
But
So then.
Sorry.
But
go
what
ahead.
about someone in my situation after this passes? Couldn't they end up not ever getting to meet their child?
Oh, but you're talking about a much bigger problem than this. You're talking about a basic question of paternity rights, establishment of paternity. What this is about is this amendment is about ensuring that that a parent has access to these records. One of the things that I've heard over and over again from folks who are raising concerns is that this is about hiding a kid from a parent. But with the amendment, that issue is addressed. You got a unique situation where you had your ex-girlfriend, it sounds like, denying your paternity.
Correct.
But that's something that you resolved in court. You're now established as a parent, and you now will have rights under this amendment to the bill.
Right, but what about the dad that had the same exact situation?
They're still going to have to go and get. Well, but that person's going to have to go get established their paternity, which is that they've got a broader problem, which you've addressed in your case.
But
All right.
Can it
All right.
be sealed now?
So,
All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get this organized.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, all right.
Senator Allen, do you have a question?
no, I wanted to make when I was hearing the concerns, I started to flip through I went and read these amendments, and I think that I'm sure there are many issues that folks on the opposition side, will continue to have, but I think this whole issue of parental access has been addressed by the amendments that were taken on June 5th.
So, just to clarify something,
Yeah.
let me ask Assemblymember Ward. As I understand it, when one files a petition to change any aspect, name, gender, that you list the former name as well as the proposed name. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. So if somebody is looking for a child under the former name and they are a parent, they would be able to find that record.
That is correct. Yeah,
All right.
Nothing changes. Both the parents' involvement and the ability to make that existing process, pre or post this bill, and nothing would change with this bill's implementation on that process.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Senator Allen, any further questions?
Well, I guess is the concern that right now anyone can go on basic record search and access this information, but as a parent, it's harder. If the bill were to pass, it would be harder for maybe an estranged parent to access these records. Is that what you're hearing from the opposition, Chris?
Estranged parent is still a parent.
Right.
Right. The issue is that free and open opportunity for any member of the public to find one's original name or gender prior to them transitioning as they identify, that would be kept confidential so that they can maintain their privacy and they can be in control of when to share that information. Right now, again, as everything has been made more publicly available, more accessible, we are hearing that the increased incidence of that unintentional outing trace back to the ability to be able to search for some of these documents. And to your earlier point, the amendments that were taken, they were discovered early in our assembly conversations in the Judiciary Committee over there. And so working closely with Judicial Council, we wanted to make sure the intent was always there, but by adding that language to preserve parental rights, we made it explicitly clear that right is preserved and is there through this bill.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Other questions, comments? Seeing none, is there a motion? Senator Wiener moves the bill. All right. Let's go ahead and, if you care to close, go ahead and close.
I really am grateful for your attention to this. If there's any subsequent questions beyond this, if and as it moves forward through the Senate, happy to work with all of you and respectfully request your aye vote.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Madam Secretary, if you'd call the roll.
Yes.
Yes,
Senator Wiener.
Senator Wiener.
This is file item number 12, AB 223. The motion is to pass. Umberg.
Aye.
Umberg, aye. Wilk. Allen. Allen, aye. Ashby. Ashby, aye. Caballero. Caballero, aye. Durazo. Durazo, aye. Laird. Min. Min, aye. Nilo. Stern. Wiener. Wiener, aye. 7-0 members missing.
All right. 7-0. We'll put that on call.